Located less than an hour's train ride from Beijing is Baoding City, home to one of my favorite companies, Orient Paper. The stock trades on the NYSE Amex under the ticker symbol ONP and has returned over 3,000% in only 9 months, having risen from only 40 cents in March 2009 to over $13 at present. And just for clarity, ONP conducted a 4-for-1 reverse split in October, so these are all split adjusted numbers. And really what they have done is simply executed their business strategy as planned and continued to increase capacity to meet growing demand. What has really driven the share price is the way the company presents itself to investors. In 2009, the company embarked on a very transparent strategy of making itself more visible to investors and on being a very investor-friendly company. For anyone who was watching ONP in 2009, this process was very predictable, and it really shouldn't be much of a surprise that the stock has been a strong performer. The company was originally an OTC-traded stock without an independent board of directors, without a well-recognized auditor, and with a share price that was too low to list on a major exchange. The good news for ONP is that these are all easy problems to fix. The company appointed an independent board members, they engaged BDO as their independent auditor, and in October they conducted a 4-for-1 reverse split to get the share price up. By this time, an imminent uplisting was completely predictable, but the stock was still trading at only $6 on a very low multiple, and I began telling just about anyone who would listen that this stock looked like a good deal. And sure enough, it only took a few weeks for ONP to uplist to the NYSE Amex, and the share price has more than doubled since then. The real question now is, at the current price, is there still more upside? I think the answer is yes. In addition to the uplisting, a big driver for the share price was third quarter numbers. Revenues increased 67% from the period last year and 36% sequentially. Gross and net profit both more than doubled from the prior year, and ONP stated that it expects this strong growth trend to continue in the future. Chairman Zhenyong Liu gave me a personal tour of Orient Paper and gave me a much better understanding of where this growth will come from. First, ONP has expanded capacity from 170,000 tons last year to over 250,000 tons this year, an increase of almost 50%. ONP has 6 production lines that run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The company is also expanding into the business line of digital photo paper, which is a booming business in China and provides gross margins of around 60%. Touring the factory gave me a much better understanding of how ONP can maintain such high margins. According to the China Paper Association, there are over 3,500 paper producers in China, but the industry is largely fragmented and inefficient. ONP has a strong location advantage, and that is it is in close proximity to the major printing hubs of Beijing and Tianjin. This allows ONP to be close to both customers and suppliers, keeping costs low. Mr. Liu showed me the huge piles of scrap paper, over 30,000 tons on the Baoding main lot, that make up the raw materials for ONP's production. As of last year, 70% of ONP's input materials were from recycled paper, but now that is 100%, so 100% of their supplies are coming from recycled paper. For white paper, the company can purchase it for about $400 a ton and sell it for around $800 a ton, but basically doubling their money. For corrugated paper, ONP pays around $150 per ton and sells it for over $300 per ton, again, basically doubling their money. The company currently has capacity of over 250,000 tons and plans on quadrupling this to over 1 million tons by 2012. So back to the most important question, is there more upside to this stock? I think the answer is a definite yes. First, the company is in a cash cow business where it can double its money on recycled paper, and second, the company has a huge capacity and 24/7 production capability, and it is continuing to expand at an impressive rate. So even if you didn't get in at the bargain basement prices from last year, I think ONP still has the potential to be a double or even a triple in 2010. And to me, their new listing on the Amex exchange and their strong track record means there should be very little downside at current prices.